today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard.
Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. It's complete to Cook. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, here's the run with Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. To the air, Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, it's Prescott.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Allen now on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. O.J. Howard, 50 yards.
And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. Well, we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Touchdown! James Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bills open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
They'll go right back to Beasley.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott yet again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taken in at the 3.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Prescott on 1st down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Micah Parsons
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
52 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Here's Cook again.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Peterson gets the call running left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Gets past one man and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick completion here to Johnson. Touchdown, Bills! Tyron Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Play action now. Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Prescott now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean,